Hello, friends. This is a wonderful, wonderful evening. I have something very special planned for you. It's one of the first times that I've had a guest on for a live conference call, if you want to call it. It's a really a live session that I'm going to have with you for the next, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. And I am so grateful to welcome you here. My name is Tosca Reno. I am the founder of the Eat Clean Diet and the Eat Clean Revolution. I'm a New York Times bestselling author, but most of all, I am a proud, proud host to welcome my friend, my new friend, Lori, to this program. Hi, can you say hello to Lori, everyone? And if you don't mind,
Hi.
in the comments below, please make sure you're posting your hellos. Please make sure you're posting your hearts, because we're going to share our hearts with you for the next little while. Lori, I just am so blessed to have watched you over the course of the last 12 weeks. We're not quite there yet. We're almost done. It'll be tomorrow, the last day of the very first 3 E's of Wellness program. Let's start by having you tell us a little bit about where you were prior to starting the 3 E's of Wellness program. What was going on in your life? What was happening for you?
Okay. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody. And I just want to share that I, for me, I turned 50 in March,
Bravo.
and thank you. And I have just, I've noticed my metabolism has slowed down, and as family commitments increase, and I don't seem to put myself first, that I was, gaining weight. And then one day I just looked in the mirror, probably June or so, and I just thought, who is this? I used to be very committed to my health, and I just thought, who is
Right.
this? And then I saw you talk about the 3 E's program, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I am so tired of starting on day ones. I've been on day ones for the last 10 years.
Right.
And and all these day ones have led to my self-loathing and depression and hating myself, and I just thought, you know what, I'm doing it this time. And so, I read about your program, and I just thought, I'm meant to do this. It's time.
Well, I think, Lori, thank you for sharing that. I am sure that many, many listeners can connect with what you're saying. I certainly can, having been in the very same place. And it's very interesting. On last night's program, when I was live, I was mentioning a quote that I absolutely love by Buddha that says, "What you think, you become." So when we're deep into the self-loathing and we're criticizing ourselves and throwing negative comments at ourselves, we basically just become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I'm curious to know, what was it about the 3 E's particularly that changed your mind? Because there are thousands of programs out there, right?
Right.
Thousands of experts. So what was it, Lori, that was the telling, the it factor, the galvanizing factor that made you go take action, basically?
Right. Well, I think for me, I have done the sugar bust, or the sugar strike, excuse me,
Yeah.
diet. And, I could get through 4 or 5 days or so, but then I felt like, you know, and I would lose weight and I would be excited. So, hello, I can celebrate with some chocolate cake now because I've lost 3 pounds, and that's what I do. And the thing that's different about this program is that there's emotional self-care. And I believe, like you believe, that that's the missing factor in so many, in all these programs. And just feeling the way that I was feeling, down, depressed, miserable, grouchy, I just thought, this has just got to be the key for me. So I'm going to do it. And it certainly has been the link.
I feel it's such an important piece, and so many don't realize how critical that is. Back to the idea of this, of emotional self-care, was there one particular activity that you gravitated to more? Because there are several strategies that I introduce, which in the missing piece really can be a number of things. But was there one in particular that you said, oh, this is it, this is the one that I'm going to keep doing? Or were there
For
many?
me, I think that gratitude has
Mm,
been my biggest thing. So I'm waking up in the morning and I'm just thinking of things that I'm grateful for. And
yeah.
instead of focusing on what I'm not, who I'm not making happy, I'm concentrating on what I'm grateful for. And that has really been a huge shift in my thinking.
It's beautiful, right? Because gratitude can absolutely alter our energy. And when we can change our energy and we can change our thoughts, we actually change our actions. That's beautiful.
Right.
Um, so along the way, there were 12 weeks and it was probably grueling at times. What did the journey feel like for you? Just maybe if you can do the Coles notes so that others who are listening to this can imagine themselves doing the journey with you, for because that's what's happening next. We're going to be relaunching this. So
Right,
can you
right.
share a little bit about that? You're doing
Sure.
great.
Thank
You're
you.
natural.
So the 12 weeks, it sounds like, oh my gosh, that is a long time, but truly, I cannot believe that the 12 weeks is over. So really, it's exciting every single week. And for me, just um, the food prep is exciting. The new recipes are exciting.
Oh, that's
The
wonderful.
the workouts, they change every week, and you guide us through every single you guide us through every step. And so it hasn't been it hasn't felt like work. It feels like I'm so supported. So I've been so excited, and I'm gonna start it again. I'm not
Oh
taking a
my
break.
gosh.
We're going back. Yeah. Going through it again.
Well, it's true, isn't it, that when we can make the devotion significantly enough, in other words, we can do something 10, 12, 14, 15 times, it then becomes not just a habit, but it actually becomes a lifestyle. And you get this fluency with the factors of wellness, the eating clean, the exercise, and the emotional self-care, so that you know that even if you were to go off the structured program for a little bit, you're not going to fail completely, because now you've got these habits that are ingrained in you. So I think that's brilliant. Did you have any aha moments? Did you have moments either with your nutrition or with your exercise or your self-care that you went, whoa, the penny just dropped, or I can't believe I just did that?
Well, I think again, I think that the mental piece has been just huge for me. Not that I've seen I mean, I've seen a 15-pound or so weight loss
Incredible.
within 12 weeks. But for me, I look in the mirror and I like who I am. I like how I look.
Oh,
And before I get in the shower in the morning, I take off my clothes and I think, man, you look good.
oh my
And
gosh.
I haven't been self-loathing at all. And I haven't wanted to, I'm kind
Yay.
of a little M&M junkie too. And it's gone. I feel so good about what I'm doing. Yeah.
We had a little conversation. Thank you for sharing that, by the way, and congratulations. Your success is just amazing.
Thank you.
Um, and this is going to be long lasting results because you've got the habits now. It's not just a, one hit wonder and we're going to run into problems again. But before we went live with the audience, we had a moment that you shared with me, you connected,
Mhm. Mhm.
and your mother popped on for a moment. And so I wondered if we could give the audience some context about what's happening here, because it looks like you and I are just easily connecting with this wonderful technology called Zoom. But actually, you had to make a big decision about doing this. And I wondered if you could share a little bit about what's going on in your world right now in the last couple of days.
Sure.
And maybe bring your mom on to say hello, because she's a success story too.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to holler to my mom. Hey, mom.
I love it.
So, hey, mom. So, yeah, so I am from Wyoming. I'm from Rock Springs, Wyoming, and I am actually visiting with you today from Mesquite, Nevada. So my dad passed away 2 days ago, and I'm so happy with this program. I feel like mentally this has been just the push that I've needed.
Wow.
And I thought about emailing and saying that I, couldn't do it because of my circumstances, but then I thought, no, you know what? I am a different person than I was 13 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
And and I can I'm going to mentally be well, and I'm going to push through this. And so, yes, I'm grieving the loss of my dad, but I'm doing it in a different way now. I'm handling it in a healthier way. So
And tell
I'm
us,
happy to be here.
in the past, first of all, please accept my condolences, and I'm sure the audience will agree. In the past, your coping mechanism was?
So this is the truth. 13 weeks ago, had this happened, I would have had my head buried in a pan of brownies today and this whole week, and that's the honest to goodness truth. I would have. And instead, I'm not doing that. I'm continuing
No.
to eat healthy. My mom also eats clean, and she's prepared these wonderful meals, and we're talking, and everything's good. And
Wow.
I feel like I can get through this.
It's brilliant. Thank
So
you so much for sharing that. I think that's such an incredible joy. Let's bring your mom on for a second and have her say hello. Can
my
you
mom,
introduce
she
her?
wants you to say, yes. So this is my mom, Mary, my strong mom, Mary, and
Hi,
there she
Mary.
is.
Hi. Oh, beautiful
So
soul. And your mother lost weight too on this program.
what my mom has, she is eating clean too. She's also lost 15 pounds in
What?
the last 3 months. And you know what? And her and I are two peas in a pod. We cope the same way. And you know what? She would have said, Lori, make two pans because I'm getting one.
Oh my goodness. So you're
Yeah,
having, you, oh, wow, this is making me emotional. So not only have you learned a different way to deal with your emotions,
right.
but you're able now, you're sharing that with your mother, the same journey, and your paths are intersecting. And it's not going to be easy, of course. I realize that when you're losing someone so beautiful and important to you, but maybe this piece that you now have has added something to your life or your wellness for life that has rounded out the picture. So that's kind of my next question is what's possible for you now that you've done this program that wasn't possible before? I think part of it was the brownie story.
Right. Right.
Handle your emotions, yeah, but is there anything else you'd like to share about that?
I just feel like I've got the tools that I need, and I've got the support system. I'm not I'd have to tell you that I only got on Facebook. I've only signed up on Facebook to be a part of your group. And
Oh,
so
thank
I
you.
don't share with people.
No.
And I just love the support. So I just really plan on continuing to do this. So thank you for,
It's beautiful.
giving me the push that I needed.
Well, Lori, thank you for that because I do know one thing, my audience is beautiful, just as your soul is beautiful and people can really see your light. And I like to think that I only attract good people to me,
Yeah. Yeah.
not yucky people.
Hmm.
So the private Facebook community that I've started for this, that you have experienced yourself, all
Hmm.
those women and some men are just so wonderfully connected and so supportive. I'm actually stunned by it
Right.
because it is too easy a technology under which to hide and be nasty and mean. And yet all I ever see is support.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
thank you for sharing that little piece because I think it's very important when you're making lifestyle change to have guidance. And the important piece to understand is, as you said, you're going to do the program one
Hmm.
more round.
Hmm.
Um, you will have access to this as long as the program runs and access to the support and the coaching. It's not like, one and done, see you later. I value very much the relationships that I create through these programs because I feel like wellness is an intimate journey. It's a bit like a birth process, and I want to be there as that happens for people.
Hmm.
So, what would you tell your? I hope you told some of your girlfriends.
Oh, yes.
um,
Yes.
and what have you told them about this program? How do you share?
So this program, Um, I've it's just, if you don't know where to start, if you don't know what to eat, you don't know how to exercise, you don't, I mean, it's you, like you said, I believe you said that you've been working on this for 3 years. You have done all of the research, and I mean, really, all people need to do is take action. Just, make the decision to start this and take action. And I'm not special. I'm not any, my circumstances are not any different than many, many people. And I would encourage everybody to use the support group. I'm not always real chatty on the Facebook group, but you know what? I've read heartbreaking things too. Like,
Mhm.
people are going through exactly what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And I didn't, there's a lot of shame, and I didn't know people self-loathe and do all the same things that I
Mhm.
do. So I think it's a great way to connect to people. And yeah,
Yes,
that's what I'd tell them.
I hope we can shift that self-loathing and shaming energy into a new place. When I talk about abundance, that's what I mean, is
Hmm.
tapping into the bigger part of you, not the small. But we all do it. I recognize that. I mean, I do it myself, but um, the journey is real, let me tell you. Did you have any fears when you, even before you started or as you were going through the program? Because I think sometimes fear is the stopper.
Right. You know what? I think part of, I had maybe a partial fear of not being able to complete the 12 weeks, because 12 weeks is, that's 3 months.
It's 3 months. I know.
That's a long time. And so I
Yeah.
think that there was a fear of maybe not completing it. But again, it's, all the tools are there, and it it doesn't feel, it's not work. It's not work. It's just, it's a commitment to put myself first. And so that quickly, that fear, that, that ambivalence, it disappears quickly. And I
Yeah.
want to just spit out that you're so real. Like, you answer, you're there, you do videos and encourage folks, and you're for real, and you've walked in my shoes. So thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to thank you, Lori, and actually Mary, if she listens to this later, it'd be so awesome. But I want to thank you because, I did reach out to you, and I know this is a period where you would have every right to have said no, and you're deep in your grief. And once again, I express my condolences, but also my deep, deep gratitude for the context of what's happening, because if nothing else, it's teaching people that this is important to you, so important that even though you've lost someone dear to you, you still had something you wanted to share and offer. And I think that's what I'd like to emphasize now as we're going into the last 24 hours. Actually, it's going to be a bit more than 24 hours, but the program registration actually ends tomorrow at midnight PST. And so while the spaces are limited, there is still room for you. And I invite you to consider the possibility that you might experience what Lori has experienced, or even her own mother. Can I share your mom's age?
Sure, she's 74.
Okay, there. Thank you.
Hmm.
And that this program really is for everyone. It's for families, it's for healing, it's for changing your energy, changing life outcomes, changing wellness, changing disease, changing everything. And I am proud to be your coach and your guide. I'm proud to be in your ear, Lori, with you along your journey, and the others who've done this. And I'm proud to be coaching those who I haven't met yet. And I really would love to invite you to consider this opportunity as your turn to turn on the lights that may have been dull and dim for a long, long time. I won't be offering this program again until 2020. The pricing is the best I could make it. I realize it's not a cheap program. That might have been an objection for you too, Laurie. I don't know. I don't know how you rationalized the spend. If you have some words of wisdom for anybody listening, I'd love for you to share that.
I don't believe that you can put a price on your wellness, and you offer some great options. In fact, you offer an extra option that wasn't available for the beta program,
That's
and
right.
you just can't put a price on it. It's I mean, this is about your wellness and your quality of life, and this program works, and it's worked. I mean, I'm living proof that this program works.
You know, it's interesting. I had an experience today. I had to bring my car in for service, and you know, we take care of our cars. Like, you know, it's programmed into our computers in our car. Time for service. It's the message is flashing at you. And when it came time to pay for the service call, it was a pricey one. Like it was $1,000. And I thought to myself, yes, but if I'm not driving my car in a safe way, like the wheels or the tires are broken or the brakes are no good, I'm going to crash. And I thought in that moment, the penny dropped for me. And I just thought, oh my goodness, no one would ever say, no, I'm not going to fix my car. But we often say no to fixing our body. And this is our vehicle.
Yeah.
So think about it that way. Let's get a 3-month program into place where we can just give you a total tune-up. All right. I do
Great.
want to thank you so much, Lori. Thanks to Mary as well. Thank you to the audience listening. Thank you to the beautiful souls who communicate already in the clean eating program, the 3 E's of Wellness. And thank you to those of you who are going to make the decision to invest in your best self yet. It's your turn. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.